Hello, Capricorn. This is Dee with Metaphysical Moonlighters. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is your January 2019 astrology forecast. And I'm doing something a little bit different this year. I'm going to be posting pictures from my various travels in my slides. And most of the pictures I have taken myself. So we're going to start off with Sedona this month, okay? One of my favorite places. I love the energy of Sedona. Now, getting into the forecast for you, Capricorn, your main focus is going to be on your appearance, your demeanor, your personality, your outlook on life this month, okay? And why do I say that? Well, because you are going to have a concentration of planets in your first house. In your first house. Your first house deals with appearance, demeanor, outlook on life, things of that nature. So you're going to have Mercury there for part of the month. You're going to have Saturn and Pluto there all month. And you're going to have the new moon in Capricorn on January 5th. So that's a concentration of planets in that area. Now, on January 2nd, we have a conjunction. We have the sun in a conjunction to Saturn. For you, this is happening in your first house, which can deal with your outlook on life. So you're going to have an attitude that it's time to get back to work. A lot of people are going to have that attitude because that is the energy of when the sun is in a conjunction to Saturn. Now, on January 5th, we have a new moon in Capricorn, and it's going to be a solar eclipse. Now, this slide, there's a picture of the Chapel of the Holy Cross. And you can't see the total building because my video is blocking it. So where my hand is, it's where you should be seeing the building right now, okay? The views from this area are totally amazing. So if you visit Sedona, I do suggest that you visit the Chapel of the Holy Cross. Now, this new moon in Capricorn is going to be a great time for reflection. Usually new moons are a great time for new beginnings, for initiating projects. This new moon is going to be good for reflection because of the involvement of Saturn and Pluto. Okay. Now, this next slide, this is a picture of me. I am at a sunset chateau in this picture. This is where I stayed 1 year when I visited Sedona. And the views, this is the view I had outside of my room. Really amazing, peaceful, serene, some great scenery. So anyway, on January 6th, Uranus goes direct. So if you didn't know, Uranus has been retrograde for a while, and it is finally going direct on January 6th. Now, for you, Uranus is going direct in your area of life, dealing with your home and your family life. So you might start seeing surprises around that time surrounding your home and your family life. And then on January 7th, Venus enters Sagittarius. When Venus enters Sagittarius, a lot of people will want to try something new. Okay, so just watch out for that. All right. And remember, these dates, don't get too hung up on these dates because you can start feeling the energies of this planetary movement before the date, after the date, on the date. Okay, so just keep in your mind around these dates. These are the energies that you might be feeling. And it's also dependent on whatever else is going on in your chart. So remember that also. Now, on the 11th, we have Pluto in a conjunction to the sun. Okay, so this is a time where you will definitely want transformation in your life. On the 13th, we have Jupiter in a square to Neptune. This is a time where you might have to watch out for being in denial about something. You might have to watch out for that. Also, beware of unrealistic plans because remember, Neptune is the dreamy planet and Jupiter wants to expand wherever he is. So Jupiter is trying to expand some of those Neptune lofty dreams. So just beware for unrealistic plans and be aware of any type of denial that you might be in around that time. And let's see, for you, Neptune in Pisces is in your area of life, dealing with short distance travel. It can deal with communications. So just beware of things around that topic. Also on the 13th, we have Mercury in a conjunction to Saturn. This is going to be a day for everyone that is great for mental activity. So if you have anything you need to concentrate deeply on the 13th or around the 13th, it's a great time for that. Now on the 18th, we have actually a fire trine. We have Venus in a trine to Mars. Venus is going to be in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and it's going to be trining Mars in Aries. Aries is a fire sign. Okay. So this aspect is great for relationships in general. Remember, this is a general forecast that I'm giving. If you want a specific forecast, I would have to look in your birth chart. And for that, I would need your birth date, birth time, birthplace, things of that nature. But for now, this is just a general overview. Okay, so also on the 18th, we have the sun in a square to Uranus or Uranus. Anytime Uranus is involved, you can expect surprise. So whether it's good or bad, be looking out for some type of surprise around the 18th. Okay, this next slide is a really great memory for me. I was in Sedona and I took a yoga vortex hike. It was about 5 of us, including Yogi Blair. Yogi Blair is the person in the picture with his shoulders out. He has like a green tank top on or shirt on. Anyway, on this tour, we would hike for a while. We would stop. Yogi Blair would point out different areas along the trail where you can actually see the crystals coming up from out of the ground. We would do yoga. We would hike some more. We would stop. We would do qigong. We would hike some more. Okay, so when we finally got to the top, we laid out our mats. The sun was setting. It was a nice breeze blowing. We started meditating. And then Yogi Blair pulled out his Tibetan bowl and he starts doing the sound healing. So we had sound healing, meditation, the sun was setting. It was just so beautiful. It was so healing, amazing. Just the energy of it was amazing. So I do recommend that you take a tour when visiting Sedona if you are pushed for time. If you don't have time to hunt around and figure out where the vortex areas are and things like that, I do recommend a tour. However, you can explore Sedona on your own. You can go out there, so many different trails and everything you can go on. But if you're pushed for time, you don't have time to figure out, is this the vortex area or not? You can just simply take a tour. And I do recommend Yogi Blair. Okay, so getting back to the forecast, on January 20th, we have the sun entering Aquarius. So as of the 20th, it will be Aquarius season. So we will be telling all the Aquarius happy birthday. Looking at the full moon, we have a full moon in Leo on the 21st, and it's going to be a super moon. A super moon just means that it is bigger and brighter than most full moons. And we have about 3 of those this year. This is only the first one. This is also going to be a total lunar eclipse. Okay. Now, for you, Capricorn, this full moon is falling in your area of your life, dealing with your transformation, and it can also deal with shared resources as well. Now, this next slide is at Slide Rock Park in Sedona. And it's a great area. It's really a fun area. And they call it Slide Rock because you can actually slide off the rocks into the water. So it's like a slide. It's like a water slide, actually, a natural water slide. It's a place where you can go and cool off in Sedona. So this is another place for you to check out when you visit Sedona. Okay, so back to the forecast. On the 21st also, we have Mars in a square to Saturn. Remember, Mars is the planet that wants to take action. Saturn is the planet that wants to think about things and make sure we're doing it right. So for you, Mars is in your area of life dealing with your home and family, and Saturn is in your area of life that might deal with secrets. So you might want to go forward with something dealing with your home and family. Meanwhile, Saturn might be holding you back, saying, let's think about that, because remember, you have that secret that you don't want your family to find out about. So this might be something that you experience during this time, uh, Capricorn, because Mars is going to be in Aries in your area dealing with your home and family. Meanwhile, Saturn is in your first house dealing with your outlook on life. So you might want to go forward with something dealing with your home and family life. Meanwhile, Saturn might be holding you back, saying, does this coincide with your outlook on life? Is this really what you want to do with your family? So just things like that to watch out for. Now, on the 22nd is going to be a great day. Venus is going to be in a conjunction to Jupiter. You can expect luck, money, harmony during this time. Remember, this is a general forecast. This might definitely resonate with you, but if it doesn't, don't think about it too much. This is a general overview. This video is almost like you opening up the magazine and reading your horoscope. Sometimes it resonates, sometimes you're like, not so much, okay? So remember, you need a personal reading, a personal birth chart interpretation to see where these planets fall exactly in your chart. But the 22nd should be a great time for a lot of people. Okay. So on the 24th, we have Mercury entering Aquarius. Remember, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus wants surprise. It doesn't want to stick to routine. So when Mercury enters Aquarius, you might find that you have to work harder to get things done, okay? For you, Mercury entering Aquarius is going to be in your area of life dealing with your material possessions. Now, on the 25th, we have Mars in a trine to Jupiter. This is a time where a lot of people will have extra confidence. For you, Mars is going to be in your area of life dealing with your home and family. And then Jupiter is in your area of life dealing with secrets. It can deal with secrets, it can deal with spirituality, things like that. So you might feel a little extra confidence in those areas. Now, this last aspect, Saturn sextile Neptune, I normally don't go over the sextiles in my monthly videos, but because this aspect hasn't happened since 1996, I decided to throw it in here. So think back to 1996. Was there anything significant that happened to you in 1996? Well, you might see a repeat of that or something similar around the 31st. This is going to be like a merging of the material with the spiritual realm. So just think back to 1996, anything significant that happened that you want to see happen again, because sextiles are usually, good. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Now let's talk about the new moon, because I have broken it down into times. The moon is going to be conjunct Saturn at about 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be a time where you want to keep your feelings to yourself around this time. But by 6 o'clock, the moon is going to be sextile Neptune. This is an energy where you pick up on other people's moods. So if there's somebody around you who's not in a good mood, it might make you it might make you be the same way or feel the same way. So just beware of that. Now around 8:30, the moon is going to be conjunct the sun. This is an energy where it might give you a burst of energy. It is great for group activity as well. So on the 5th, if you are planning on having some type of outing with your friends, I suggest you meet with them after 8 p.m. because after 8 p.m., you are going to be more social. Before then, you're going to be more in your feelings, you know. So that's just a little bit of information about that. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in, Sagittarius. Thank you for liking the video, pressing the like button. Thank you for sharing the video. Thank you for subscribing if you haven't done so already. And I also want to mention that my book is available on Amazon. I'll be talking about this book probably until June. This is my book, 2019 Horoscope for All Signs by Astrology. Astrology is my pen name. It's the name that I write for others and myself under. So pick up my book. It is available on Amazon. If you do a search of Astrology on Amazon, the book will come up. So I definitely appreciate your support on that. Even if you have Amazon, if you have Kindle Unlimited, you can actually read the book free and I still get credit. So I do appreciate your support on that. Now, if you want a personal reading where I look into your birth chart, visit metaphysicalmoonlighters.com and we can get that scheduled for you. Now, until next month, Capricorn, Happy New Year and enjoy your month.